What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. If you guys are new to the channel, do me a favor and hit that sub button, hit that notification bell, make sure you're not missing any of the awesome content that we have coming out. With this video, we are jumping into Aquaman, issue number 3. If you haven't been keeping up with this series, be sure to check out the link in my description, as well as the top of this video. It will get you completely caught up on all of the events that have transpired. Up to this point, they have been very cloak and dagger about what is actually happening. Jackson Hyde had gone to Orem, being imprisoned in the aquarium. He gave Jackson some advice about sleeper agents all over the world, and that the scavenger might have access and control of all of these sleeper agents. Meanwhile, Black Manta and Aquaman, the two of them have been up to some craziness, and they've been hiding it from everybody. Mera not understanding this, Jackson Hyde not understanding this, and that's because they're not letting anybody know what is actually going on. But that is all about to change with Meera headed up to Mars. Be sure to buy the comic, support the industry, and with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright gang, so our story, it picks us up with Aquaman and Black Manta. The two of them, they are running for their lives. Boulders looking like they are about to crush the both of them. They barely are able to get out of this. As they get out of all of these rocks falling down around them, they are getting attacked by weaponry and ships that are underneath here. It's not really giving us much context to who is responsible, but this duo working together, they start smashing everything. Over in Atlantis, we have two Atlanteans who are supposed to be keeping eyes on everything going on, monitoring all sections of the area, searching for any kind of activity. Unfortunately, one of them is distracted playing video games and doesn't recognize this entire battle going on, recognizing this should have been reported a lot sooner. They want to report this directly to Meera. This in the hopes that they don't get their butts chewed out just too much. Meera, she is currently on Mars, and she is here to meet Dr. Frankenstein. For whatever reason, Aquaman had gone to Mars to do some kind of mission for Dr. Frankenstein, trying to figure out what this mission was and what it was all about. Dr. Frankenstein, he lets it be known that Aquaman, he wasn't needed for the whole 4 days that he was gone. That more than anything, this was a brief excursion, that him and Aquaman were only working together for about 3 hours. Learning this information, she heads back because now she needs to find Arthur and figure out where the heck he had been all of those days. With her getting back to Atlantis, this is when the Atlantean guards, they let it be known that Arthur and Black Manta are currently fighting in a sector of Atlantis. And so now she's gonna go have a conversation with Aquaman. Meanwhile, we have Jackson Hyde, who is hightailing it directly to the surface. He has made his way to Gotham City. He is here to try and stop all of these Atlantean sleeper agents living on the surface all over the world. And he believes that the scavenger is responsible for all of this. Jackson Hyde, he plans to put a stop to everything. And so while Jackson scours the city looking for any sign of the scavenger, we pick back up with Aquaman and Black Manta. The two of them making their way out of Atlantis territory, only to be cut off by Meera. And she has come to let Arthur explain himself, imprisoning them in a cube. She is gonna get her answers regardless of anything else, with Arthur trying to let her know that they don't have time, that he will explain everything later, but right now they have to go stop Jackson, that he doesn't understand what he is truly up against. And while Meera may understand that, she lets it be known they're not going anywhere until she gets an explanation. And so Arthur, he kind of fills us in on what has been going on with him. When Arthur had died a while back at the hands of Meera, this definitely being an accident, but it happened nonetheless. And due to this, he lost some memories. And while he pretended that all those memories came rushing back to him, none of that was true. And while he has gotten a little bit of memories back, there was a general by the name of Mako who came to him and let him know about a vault. Behind this door, this was the contingencies, the weapons of mass destruction, things that Atlantis had created, a just-in-case scenario. And in this room, there was a protocol that called for the activation of dozens of Atlantean agents. Their job was to retaliate in case any kind of catastrophic assault happened on the kingdom. And once they are triggered, they cannot stop themselves. But he does believe that he has put an end to this sleeper agent program. Right now, they need to get to Jackson Hyde. They need to find him and make sure that he understands everything that is at stake. As we pick back up in Gotham City with Jackson, he is currently helping put out a building fire. Even though he's a man on a mission, he cannot help himself but help individuals that are in need, as he is able to get this fire completely taken out. On the other side of town, we have the scavenger who is getting ready for some kind of festivity, a gala event of the rich and famous. Getting word that an Aquaman is in town, he is hoping that Jackson comes to him. Jackson getting done putting this fire out. This is where we see an individual that is possessed, speaking old dead dialect. With Jackson being caught off guard, we see the arrival of Batwoman coming in to save the day. She actually wanted to have a conversation with him because there have been symbols, Atlantean writing all over the city, wanting to understand this and get to the bottom of everything going on. And while he doesn't know that it's the scavenger just yet, he knows that Ocean Master has set all of this into play. And if Batwoman is up to it, he is more than willing to get some assistance moving this case forward. Putting on a suit and tie, he makes his way to this gala. Up to this point, he hasn't been really sure if it's the scavenger or not, but getting inside this place and seeing him face to face, the scavenger, he more or less divulges everything. In fact, this was all a setup. He knew that someone would come. He was actually hoping that it was Arthur, but the fact that Aqualad showed up, he is more than willing to kick Jackson's butt. This is where we see the scavenger, his suit wraps around his body, and he has some upgrades, being much stronger, 3 times as strong as his normal strength. His armor and his might, it might even surpass Aquaman himself. It is looking like Jackson Hyde is no freaking match, as Aqualad is just getting his butt whooped. This is where we have the arrival of Arthur Aquaman and Black Manta. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. You know, this one was a little bit more informative, letting us know really what's been going on with Arthur. And the problem is he had that memory loss. But what he is remembering is that armory, that vault that has been hidden away in a last case scenario, worst of the worst kind of situation. If the land ever tried to overcome them, this was their last line of defense. And while Arthur, he truly does believe that he put an end to the sleeper agent program, that doesn't seem to be the case. It looks like the scavenger is using all of this, and he has gotten some upgrades from Ocean Master. And so who knows what kind of high-tech Atlantean technology he now has in that suit. Whatever this up alongside the power of the ring, the same ring that Jackson Hyde had tried taking from him before. Unfortunately for the scavenger, he is about to get beat the freak up. Black Manta, Arthur, Batwoman, and Jackson Hyde. There is no chance of you winning this fight. But let me know your thoughts, let me know your theories. If you would like to support the channel, you can always do so by hitting the super thanks button. This button will let you donate directly to the channel, and every little bit helps us out. If you can't do that, do me a favor and hit that sub button. Hit that notification bell, make sure you like this video, and until the next breakdown.